Hi, welcome back to Marisa Explains It All, and today I'm going to be doing a review and comparison on my T3 Featherweight hair dryer. And I had hauled it some videos back a couple weeks ago in my birthday haul video, and I've since been using it and trying to do a side-by-side comparison with my regular Conair $20 from Target blow dryer. Is the T3 Featherweight YOU, and I got it at Costco, and it is less than half the price that it costs everywhere else at Costco. So if you did want it, then I would go pick it up there. And this is what the actual device looks like. So, and it has a regular long cord. It doesn't have the retractable cord, and it claims to be healthier than air drying your hair. And I've been using it for several weeks now, so I can't attest to whether or not that is 100% true. My hair obviously looks better when I blow dry it versus air drying. When I air dry it, just kind of, it doesn't lay under as nice. The shape isn't as nice. It isn't as shiny. And I also use products that go in conjunction with the blow drying, so that helps my hair look shinier and less fluffy and fried and things like that. But for the purpose of this video today, I blow dried half of my head with my regular old Conair blow dryer. That's this one here, YOU by Conair, it says right there, and I've had it for a long time. I think it was like $20. I blow dried half of my head with that blow dryer, and then the other half with my T3 blow dryer. Try to make a guess which side is which. Can you tell? Does it make a difference? Is the T3 really that much more amazing? I'll just go ahead and tell you that. And so I blow dried the right half, my right, your left, of my head with my Conair, and the left half with my T3. So if you guessed that, then you were right. Now I'll go ahead and discuss the comparisons between the two. Not that I don't want to start this out by trying to claim that the Conair is as advanced or nice or whatever as the T3. However, it is the more affordable of the two, just a normal average blow dryer versus the T3, which is supposed to be some super fancy, kind of expensive in my opinion, blow dryer. Now, the difference right off the bat you can tell is the weight. The T3 it's the featherweight, so you could feel that it's lighter. This blow dryer is actually really heavy, and I read the reviews of it, and other people complain that it is really heavy. It hurts when you blow dry your hair and you're holding it up for, I don't know, 6 minutes or whatever it takes you, and I haven't had that problem at all with the T3. Now, in addition to that, to just kind of side-by-side comparisons that way, I've also been timing my blow dry, like how long it takes me to blow dry my hair. So I have done where I blow dry my hair just wet, like where I get out of the shower and I blow dry it almost immediately, so it is soaking wet. I have blow dried it where it's semi-dry, which is my preferred method, and that's actually the method I use today, where I will get out of the shower, I usually will towel dry my hair, and then I'll use my Bumble and Bumble Repair blow dryer for drier damaged hair, and this stuff is awesome. I notice the days that I use this, my hair is shiny and it looks like it does today, where it's laying down, it's in place, it looks really nice, and then the days that I don't use it, it doesn't look as nice. So I will apply this for the semi-dry method. I will apply this to my hair, and then I will go in and blow dry the moisture out of my hair, and then I will round brush my hair. Now, the third method that I used is just on dry hair. Now, this one is kind of hard to tell as far as the timing, because when you're blow drying your hair from wet to dry, obviously it's done when it's dry. However, when your hair is already dry and you're just trying to style it, basically is done when you decide it's done, when you decide that every hair is in place, or, the level of perfection you want to achieve that day. So that one, I will admit, is a little bit not as scientific, I guess, as the other method. So I noticed that the time difference between the two really isn't that significant. Now, again, I try to be as scientific, so I would time it when I started to blow dry my hair, and then I would stop it when I felt like my hair was dry and styled in the way that I wanted to, with all the 3 wet, semi-wet, and then the dry approach. However, I didn't really notice much of a difference in the time-wise. Now, I know that the T3 says, you know, it's supposed to blow dry your hair quicker than a regular blow dryer, but I didn't really notice that was the case. Maybe in some cases, some days, the T3 would dry my hair a minute. It'd be 1 minute difference. As far as it making my hair look nicer, I did feel, I mean, you could see from this side versus this side, when they're compared side by side, you don't necessarily notice much of a difference. However, when I felt like the days that I used the T3 all over my head, that my hair, the style lasted a little bit longer. It wasn't as crazy like when I'd wake up in the morning, and it just, my hair just was kind of softer and silkier. It just felt nicer. Like I could feel there's a slight difference, whereas the little like baby hairs that kind of will stick up a little bit more on this side with the regular Conair blow dryer, you could feel them, whereas this one, they lay down a little bit more, so there's a slight difference that way. Something that I don't like about the T3 versus the Conair is the cord. So the cord is just a regular, and it's really long, which can be a pro if you need it to be, but it is a con because it has this Velcro tape that you can wrap around it to, you know, it holds the cord up in place. And the Conair has a retractable cord. Now, granted, mine broke because I dropped it, so it's not the blow dryer's fault. I dropped it, but it has this button here on the side that you push when it worked, and it would retract the cord up into the blow dryer, and then when you needed it, you would just pull it out. And I really, really like that feature on this blow dryer. And you know, granted, it did break. However, when it worked, it was awesome, and that's something that I like much better on the Conair versus the T3. Now, another thing that I can't say I didn't like, I liked less, was the way the buttons are. So when I'm blow drying my hair and I'm holding it like this, the buttons toggle, you know, like this. So when you're holding it, you can easily switch it back and forth. And so I would inadvertently turn it off, or to the lower fan setting, or to the lower heat setting, and that was just kind of annoying because I'd be blow drying my hair and then all of a sudden I'd accidentally like press it and it would easily switch to another setting. You know, it's not anything major, first world problems here. I mean, let's be honest. But with the Conair, it has a switch like this, so it's up and down, and it's I've never inadvertently, because it has these like finger grooves, I've never inadvertently been blow drying my hair and holding it like this and turned it to a different setting. So that's something else that I prefer in the Conair versus the T3. So now that I've talked about some of the pros of the Conair blow dryer, I have to talk about the cons. Now, I already mentioned the heaviness of it. It is a really heavy blow dryer, but another thing that drives me bananas about this blow dryer is when you could see the cord here, the little, I don't even know what these things are called, the little metal, I guess like tongs or whatever that go into the outlet always bend, so they're not straight. So you can see they're kind of veering to the right here. And despite the fact that when I take it out of the outlet, I pull it straight out, it always bends. And the T3, I've had no problems with that whatsoever, but don't notice it right then and there. But then when I go to use it the next time, I notice that the tongs are like twisted and I have to try to bend it back in place to be able to fit it into the outlet. So that is something, a con of the Conair, that drives me crazy. So if that's something you think that would drive you crazy too, then that's a con. In overall performance, I have to say the T3 performs better in that it also adjusts itself. So I've noticed when I'm blow drying my hair and it'll start off heat, like the heat will be really strong, it will self-adjust so that it cools itself down a bit, so you're not like frying your hair as much. And the Conair, it just stays on whatever setting you put it on, it stays on there all the time and doesn't change. Now, as far as price, obviously there's a huge price difference. The Conair, I think, is anywhere between $20 and $30, and the T3 is anywhere, I got it for $80 at Costco, which is still very expensive for a blow dryer. It was a birthday gift. However, it retails for $200 everywhere else, which is, I mean, I would have never purchased it for that price because that's just personally, I just wouldn't spend that much on a blow dryer. So that's a huge difference. Obviously, if you're not in the market for a expensive blow dryer, the Conair works just fine. As far as the claim that the Conair one doesn't make any claims that it is healthier for your hair. As far as the T3 making that claim, I feel like I would need to use it maybe for longer than 3 weeks or 4 weeks or however long it's been since I've purchased it, because you know, I need to test it out and see if I noticed that my hair was healthier between haircuts. So I guess I just got my hair cut, so I guess I will see if I notice a difference like the next time I cut it. So I'll pay attention to that. So there goes my comparison. I think the T3 is a great blow dryer if you're looking for that type of high-end blow dryer. However, if you're looking just for a regular old blow dryer, good old trusty Conair, I mean, I used this for years and never had any problems except for the cord broke, but again, the retractable cord, but I dropped it, so it's totally my fault. You know, if you're looking for just a regular old trusty blow dryer. However, it is really heavy, and the T3 is not. It's very light. I haven't had any arms aches or pains using the T3, whereas this one, it's really heavy. So that's my side-by-side comparison of a regular Conair blow dryer and then the fancy, well, fancy to me, T3 Featherweight YOU blow dryer. So if you like my video, go ahead and like and subscribe, and you can see more of me later. Okay, thanks. Bye.